All right, friends, we are live on Facebook and YouTube. Let's get Instagram up and running. We'll add TikTok to the mix and then put your pants on, y'all, because I am fired up this morning. All right, Instagram, there you go. Let's get you up on speed. I think a lot of actors are paying for advice they have no intention of taking. Good morning. This is the Daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. It is Thursday, June 11th, and this coffee must be kicking in because I got things to say today. I'm feeling the feelings, and I'm gonna let them out. I'm fired up because I am still thinking about the video from the actor that I saw. And I've seen this video before. This is not just a one-off. I've seen this before. Actors getting upset about being told to create their own work. There's lots to unpack in there. I think saying that involves a narrow definition of what a successful actor looks like and a narrow definition of what creating your own work looks like. I think, but what's upsetting me is that the context of this is that this is an actor who has paid to go to a workshop with a casting director. They have asked this industry leader, somebody they respect, somebody who's in a position to hire them, somebody who's in a position to move their career forward. They have paid to be there, and they have asked the question, I can't get the momentum going in my career and I'm not breaking through to the next step. What should I be doing? The answer that the casting director gives them is, what you should be doing is creating your own work. And then the actor gets mad about it. Obviously not in the workshop. They wait until they come onto TikTok and make a video about it and say how terrible this advice is. And you paid to be there. You asked the question. So what answer were you hoping for? Were you hoping the casting director would say, you're doing everything perfectly, just keep waiting? Is that you're waiting for waiting for a pat on the head? Is that why you wanted to be there? Is that why? So, hey friends, thanks for joining me. Hey stranger, hey help free Karen. Hey, Cashed 33. This is the Daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. Whatever it is you're working on your acting career today, let me know and let's talk about it. I am fired up about this, complaining about actors being told to create their own work, because I just think a lot of actors are missing the point. And if you paid to go to a casting director workshop, you ask the casting director how to get momentum going in your career. The casting director tells you how to do it. And you decide that you want to get mad about the advice instead of following it. I think you're missing the point. What I would beg of the actors who are upset about being told to create their own work, what I would beg of you is just to consider, what if they're right? What if creating your own work is actually the missing piece? What if networking is? What if voice lessons are? What if improv is? What if moving cities is? What if taking a producing class is? You don't have to agree, but at least entertain the thought. Hey, Potato, thanks for joining me. This is the Daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. So if you ask a casting director, how can I get the momentum going in my career? What's the missing piece? What's the next step? And the casting director tells you that creating your own work is the key. Just think about it before you get mad. Well, you can get mad about it. And then after you've calmed down and made your angry TikTok video about it, just ask yourself, what if it were true? What if it were true? Just entertain the thought. uh, because you have to remember that the reason that I'm fired up about this is because I moved continents to pursue an acting career. So I've got a lot invested in my success. And I would love to hear about your journey and where you are on your journey, how this strikes you, because I just want to encourage you to give yourself permission to be a beginner. I say it to my coaching clients all the time. Good morning, Bonafide Kel. Good morning, Dawn. Thanks for joining me. This is the Daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. And today we're talking about advice from casting directors that as actors, we should create our own work. There's my friend. Good morning. And I just want to dig into it because I think actors who get mad about being told to create their own work are missing the point. I just want to encourage those people who have paid to be at that workshop, who have paid to ask the advice and then want to ignore it. Just entertain the idea because it it makes you uncomfortable, right? What if the thing that makes you uncomfortable is the thing that could unlock the next step of your career? What if the thing that scares you is the thing that could help you get the next step up the ladder? I was terrified of improv. So I went and took class at Upright Citizen Brigade and the Pit. I ended up doing sketch writing at the Pit as well, didn't I? I just leaned into it, and that's where all commercials live, is in that reality of improv. Just say this because I want you to embrace the idea of allow yourself to be a beginner. It is in that discomfort, it is in that acknowledgement that there's more, that progress lives, that momentum can get going, that the energy around moving your career forward, that's where it lives. It's in the discomfort of saying, I am not where I want to be in my career right now. So let me ask a simple question. What more could I be doing? That's it. What more could I be doing? Let me know if that resonates with you. I'm dying to hear what you guys think. It is in that discomfort that we make progress. It is in acknowledging that things are not perfect, that they're not where they should be. You know, it's easy for me. Oh, Anthony's life has been tough lately, so I'm blessing the first 6 folks who message me. God is good. Anthony, hang in there. You got this, brother. Keep going. It's if you can acknowledge enough about your own success or about your own career that it's not where you want it to be, if you can acknowledge that and take the step to pay to be in a workshop with a casting director, then you've taken another step. And you then put yourself out there with this casting director and be brave enough to ask the question, what more, how can I get the momentum going in my career? How can I take the next step up? You've taken those steps, and then the casting director gives you an answer that you don't like. Because what you are hoping the casting director would say is, you're doing it. You just have to hang in there and wait because you're doing it all. But that's not what the casting director said. The casting director said, create your own work. And the evidence is everywhere. Look at what happened on Sunday night at the Tony Awards. All of these shows, well, let's even get more specific. Cola Scola is one of my favorite examples of this. Cola Scola had a cult following. It was a noted comedian, appearances on the Amy Sedaris show, hilarious, interesting, so funny, and wanted to create more of their own characters for themselves. And so they created a play called Oh Mary. They didn't start Oh Mary thinking this is going to win me a Tony Award. That's not where they started. They started with just a crazy little idea to make a character and bring it to life. So you just start creating. They are not from that store. But thank you for asking. I appreciate it, MR. Hi, if you're just tuning in, this is the Daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC, and we're discussing the advice that casting directors often give that actors should create their own work. I think rather than hearing create your own work and jumping to, oh, great, now I have to become a Tony Award winning playwright in order to have my work recognized and for myself to be recognized. I think you just have to say, what about that interests me? Please ask away, Sammy. Yeah, lad, leave the movies alone. Sorry, you're on the wrong channel. If you're looking for talk about coming home for England, this is the Daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC, and we are talking about acting careers and what's happening in. Let me know what's happening in your acting career. I'd love to know where you're at and what you're working on today. But yeah, it's staying open-minded and curious enough. Curiosity is so key. Be curious about yourself. Be curious about your own career. That's how minimum wage, the little scrappy crew from minimum wage who started making sketch comedy on social media, Netflix just ordered 24 episodes. That's where this starts. That's where it starts, y'all. Just get curious enough to say, I don't know, let's make something. That's where it starts. If you want to be the lead in a Netflix show, start making something. Wow. The TikTok audience is going nuts. I would love to pay your tuition. That would make me so happy. First, I would retire my family from their jobs, but I'll put you on the list. Dear. But this is exactly what I'm encouraging in my coaching clients. I'm a acting career coach, and this is exactly the sort of beginner mindset that I encourage in them. Not because they're not good at what they do, but you've got to be prepared to lean into the thing that makes you uncomfortable in order to find out what's possible. Because I guarantee you, your conception of how your career is going to go is unlikely to be the path that it's going to take. You don't know what the steps are on your career path. So please, please crack open your mind to the possibility of what's out there and what could happen. Because you don't start with the end in mind. You can have an idea of what you want, but Cole Escola, I can guarantee you they did not sit down and write Oh Mary thinking, oh, Tony Award. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck created the script for Good Will Hunting out of their desperation at being passed over for all of these movie roles that were going to other actors who names we all know as well. But it's They asked themselves the question, what more could I be doing? Nobody's handing this to me, so let me just start putting the idea down on paper. And it doesn't have to be written work. It can be sketch work. Like you see on social media all the time, people creating their own little skits and sketches and characters, just bringing a character to life in a social media video. If you if you're already comfortable enough to be on social media right now, make something creative. Just make something. Just make something. And if it feels uncomfortable, you're probably doing it right, because then you'll force yourself to get better at it. And that's where the growth comes from. That's where it comes from. Cola Scola winning a Tony Award for Oh Mary. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck winning an Oscar for the first film script that they wrote together, Good Will Hunting. Minimum Wage getting a Netflix order of 24 episodes for their sketch. It's how it happens. You just have to lean into and be prepared to ask yourself, what more could I be doing? If the answer makes you uncomfortable and mad enough to make a social media video about it, then do it. Take a step towards it. Entertain the possibility. What if that advice were true? It's the way forward. If you're looking for momentum in your career, if you're looking to build energy in your career, step towards something that makes you uncomfortable. See what happens. At the very least, you'll learn something more about your own resilience, your own ability to learn. It'll crack open an energy level for you that you're not used to. And the whole point is that you went into this because your career isn't where you want it to be. So crack open something that feels new, that feels different, that feels dangerous, that feels exciting, because that's where your progress lies. I hope this has unlocked something for you. As you can tell, I'm fired up about this. This is uh, this is this is what got me to move away from my friends and my family and the life that I loved in Australia, and moved me to New York to start studying at HP Studio, and then to stay and figure it out, to start from scratch in New York City and build relationships, and just that constant question of, what more could I be doing? And even when I didn't like the answer, I gave it a try. I thought about it. And in some cases, I did it. And uh, that's what I want for you. I just, if your career isn't exactly where you want it to be, and you're paying to go to a casting director workshop to ask casting director, how can I step my career up? How can I move my career to the next level? Please entertain the answer, because if the answer is create your own work and that makes you mad and that makes you uncomfortable, good. That means it's probably right. It will certainly unlock something for you and get your career cracked open again. That's the energy you want. That's the energy. All right. Thanks for being here. Remember, I'll be right back here tomorrow. Went to see a play last night, The Naked Woman. Really enjoyed it. It runs through the 14th. Just off Broadway, equity showcase. A friend of mine, Josh Palmer, is producing it, and I was certainly happy to go. And hey, there Ismail's back again. Thanks for joining me, man. This is the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. You've been getting fired up about cracking open some momentum in your career. But yeah, last night I went to support my friend's play, The Naked Woman. Josh Palmer is one of the producers of it, and it's a really interesting play. I really enjoyed it. So if you're in New York City and you're looking for some downtown theater to go see, this is on theater at 154 Christopher Street. Some really interesting writing there. I really enjoyed that. What's on the list today? Today, Elle Fanning is doing a live panel presentation that I'm going to. I think we're going to watch an episode of Margot's Got Money Troubles, and then Elle Fanning is going to be in conversation with a moderator. So I'm excited to go and see that. Y'all, Apple TV, I'm just, would you, I don't know what the second thing is, Vic. I'm not sure what that is. um, yeah, Margot's Got Money Troubles. I was able to watch a couple episodes while we were staying with our best friend in Nashville because he has Apple TV. But I am just so overwhelmed by the number of streaming platforms that I have to join just to stay current with what's being shown where. I don't know, y'all. Apple TV did not make the list. Did not make the subscription series. I just got overwhelmed with thought it's too much. Hey, Laura, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Um, so tonight, so I've watched a couple of episodes at my friend's house, enough to get the flavor of the series. I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. So, but tonight, because we enjoyed it, we're going to go and see a live panel. Elle Fanning is in conversation with a moderator tonight in New York City. So I'm going to go to that later on this evening. All right, y'all, I am fired up, so I'm going to go ahead and write a Substack article because I don't have enough on my plate. So I'm going to write a Substack article. Actually, the other thing that I did yesterday, which really I caught up with a dear friend who has been a contributor to the Working Actor NYC podcast and was there from the beginning and helped me get things going. And she is an actor, and incredibly talented and beautiful and smart and funny. And she didn't realize that I coach actors with their acting careers. And so we were just talking and the things. Hey, Alsam, I'm afraid I don't know you, but welcome. I'm happy you're here. And we were talking, and she was like, wait, what coaching? And by the end of the conversation, she's like, I'm signing up to be your next client. So I'm thrilled because I'm going to have another client, a dear friend. Honestly, being a career coach is the most satisfying thing that I've ever done because I love watching watching actors' faces when something unlocks for them and they get inspired and all of a sudden they know how to take control of their own career. So much of what we do as actors feels like it's out there. It feels like somebody else has got the reins, somebody else is in charge, whether that's your agent or a casting director. It always feels like it's in somebody else's hands. And it lights me up when I can unlock something for somebody and they suddenly realize that there's a way for them to move themselves forward. And it's just the most uplifting thing that that makes me happy when people realize that there are parts of our career that we can control. And this whole rant that I'm on about creating your own work, it's part of that. It's being prepared to put yourself in a position of discomfort and say, what more could I be doing? That's the philosophy today. Here's today's philosophy. Take radical ownership of your creative life. That's the message today. All right, friends, wherever you are in your acting career, remember, you got this. Keep going. I'll see you tomorrow. I will be right back here at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern.